In this video, I'm going to be talking about creating your character. A lot of people don't understand life can be GTA. You couldn't live a GTA life. You can create your own character. You can reinvent yourself every fucking week. Every week you can reinvent yourself. 2 months ago, I was a nigga who liked to wear business casual clothes. Now I like wearing player shit. So I like putting on my glasses. I like putting on maybe a watch or two. Having a jewelry, having a chain, player shit. Putting on a little varsity jacket. I may even reinvent myself in the next 2 months where I just want to wear suits. But you can always be fluid, bro. You can always be fluid and always reinvent yourself. That's why you graduate high school, and so many people graduate high school and they found out that the hoe of high school got married. She got kids. She got a family because she went to college in a different state for a psychology degree or a communications degree. I know the story. Or she wanted to be a nurse. It's either really those three. And she found a nigga in college and he didn't know her history. And they fell in love. And that was the story. If a hoe could reinvent herself from your high school, why can't you reinvent yourself and become a boss? Why can't you reinvent yourself and become the best version of yourself? Get fit. Get your money right. Become a 6-figure nigga. Get your life together. Why can't you reinvent yourself? And reinvent yourself in so many ways. You can reinvent yourself on your appearance. You can reinvent yourself on your mindset. You can reinvent yourself on just the even way you conduct yourself and you carry yourself. You can start walking different and that automatically reinventing yourself. You maybe usually walk slouched and slow and unattentive, but you may start being focused and looking straight forward and you walking with a damn purpose. That alone is reinventing yourself. You reinvent yourself in so many ways, man. And that's what I love doing. I love reinventing myself. I'm always reinventing myself. I'll never be the same nigga. Bro, you could not see me for 2 months, bro. I'm gonna be a different nigga, bro. And I've had it happen so many times. And people will notice it, like, yo, bro, you changed, yo, bro, you improved, bro. You're different, bro. You're not the same person you was 4 or 6 months ago. I'm always evolving, always changing, always improving myself, always reinventing myself. I'm never stagnant. You know what I'm saying? My reinvention right now for me is being a boss, bro. Before my reinventions was maybe just the gym and the fitness, or maybe before my reinventions was just self-improvement, or maybe before my reinventions was just trying to get that first corporate job or try to get my money right. But right now, my reinvention is being a boss and becoming a boss and acting like a boss and moving like a damn boss. You know what I'm saying? I want... Oh, my music fucked up. I'm not trying to be no employee no more. I'm not trying to be no worker no more. I'm not trying to be no basically corporate slave. I want to be a damn boss, bro. I want to pull up in black trucks. I want to have a personal driver. I want to have a Richard Mille on my wrist. I want an AP on my wrist. I want multiple streams of income. I want to be a 7-figure nigga. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a boss. That's my reinvention, and no one can hold me back from that. No one can be, oh, yo, James, bro, you just like a goofy nigga and telling jokes. I can still tell jokes, bro. You know what I'm saying? The funniness never leaves you, bro. Honestly, bro. But right now, for me in my life right now, and where I want to reinvent myself, like I said, is being a boss. Being a nigga who got his shit together, who's taking care of shit, a nigga who's serious about his life, serious about his business, and serious about everything. A nigga you feel like you can't play with him. A nigga who's mature and on his grown man shit. This right here, bro, this cigar, bro. Bro, 5 years ago, you would have never told me I would have been doing this. But it's because I'm always reinventing myself. I'm always on a different type of vibe, different type of frequency, different type of energy. You don't never gotta be the nigga you was 2 months ago, bro. You don't never gotta think the same way you was, operate the same way you was, move the same way you was, dress the same way you was. You could go hop on Sheen right now and put on a crazy ass fit and say, yo, you know what, bro, this is how I'm gonna start dressing now. And then you can start reading books. This is how I'm gonna start thinking now. And you can put yourself in environments. This is where I'm gonna start being at now. Maybe back then, sitting down on the block or going certain places, maybe that was for you back then and you enjoyed it. It was cool, it was fun. But maybe now you want to be at the lounge. Maybe now you want to be in business meetings, you want to be at conferences. Maybe before you like kicking it on Discord with the bros. Maybe now you want to kick it at a conference meeting, talking about other business people and talking about other successful people. You don't ever have to continue to do what you've been doing. And that's the whole point of it, because if you continue to do what you've been doing, you're going to continue to get what you've been getting. And if you continue to get what you've been getting, you're going to continue to feel what you've been feeling. And that could have been fucked up, that could have been depressed, that could be sad. You know, one thing you got to do when you climb in the ladder of life, you got to start to evaluate, is that shit leaning on the right house? You may get to the top of a ladder and think, I got to the top of a ladder and I feel successful because I got to the top of the ladder. But that shit is leaning on the wrong damn house. So even if you're getting success, even though you're getting far, you're doing it in the wrong way, or you're doing it with something that doesn't align with you no more. Some people think it's working hard. If you run in the wrong direction as hard as you can, as fast as you can, you're gonna be less successful than a nigga walking in the right direction. You ever miss that exit? And that shit says, instead of it saying 12 minutes, now you 24 minutes away from your destination. That's why it ain't just about working hard, it's about working hard on the right things. It ain't just about working smart and hard, it's about working smart and hard on the right things. It's about also alignment. For one nigga, it may be a good thing for him to only focus on women because he want a wife. For you, it may not be good for you to only focus on women because you want to chase a bag. Advice is not foolproof. For someone, working a trade job may be way better, and for someone else, working an office job may be way better. It's all about alignment. It's all about what you truly want. And a lot of people are living a life where they're not even living on what they want. They just drifting in life. I'm a big drifter. I did everything off the motherfucking dribble. I did everything off of just fucking vibes and just going with the flow. I did everything off of going with the flow. I didn't plan my career. I didn't plan what job I was gonna get. I didn't plan what industry I was gonna get. I just wanted motherfucking money. You know, I wasn't like 16, 17 years old and like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be a motherfucking doctor. Oh, I'm gonna be a lawyer. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I just did everything off the dribble. But it's so important when you get older and you become more mature to be intentional. To be intentional. To understand, where are you heading? A lot of people are living their lives where you just got your head down and you just running forward. Not realizing you're running in the wrong direction. Or not realizing you're doing something that's in a misalignment with what you truly want. Not realizing you got a desire from someone else. You know, I was watching one of my old videos and I was talking about 7 layers deep. 7 layers deep is asking yourself why multiple times. So for example, getting money. Why you want to get money? So I can pay my bills. Why you want to pay your bills? So I'm not stressed about life. Why you don't want to stress about life? Because you want to enjoy your life. It's about asking why for many, many, many different times. It's about finding the core reason, the core true reason, the core why. If someone, I can maybe talk to a few Nigerians of, why you want to be a doctor? Why you want to be an engineer? Oh, I want to make money. Why you want to make money? Oh, because my parents said I should make money. Why, and then they realize, oh shit, I didn't give a fuck about being an engineer. I didn't give a fuck about being a doctor. This was my mom's why. This was my parents' why. This was the why that my family thought I was supposed to have. Not realizing it's in a misalignment with you. You gotta always keep evolving and changing and improving, bro. Can never be stagnant. Can never be stagnant. And a lot of it is not even like the true work and taking action. Is just sitting back and thinking and reevaluating shit. You know what I'm saying? The times where I really was able to improve in life was me just reevaluating what I'm doing, reevaluating my habits, reevaluating my thoughts, and doing a life audit, bro. A life audit could go a long way. Just auditing, how much money you got, auditing how much money you're making, auditing what you're doing, auditing your time, auditing your finances. Just audit, bro. Look around in your room. Is your room dirty? Look around in your bank account. Is the bank account the amount you want? I remember there's a time I used to look at my bank account every day. That shit was sting. But that sting just put me into reality every time that like, yo, bro, I'm not where I want to be. I think, life is not a glass door. It's a mirror. And sometimes you gotta look in the mirror every fucking day where that shit hurts and that makes you want to change. I'm telling you, bro, if one person was to look in the mirror every day, look at their bank account every day, and audit their life every day, they'll fucking change, because that shit gonna hurt. The reason why you keep living life the same way, or you living a life mediocre, as a bum, or not successful, is because you're ignoring it. That's why motherfuckers when they hit the camera on the TikTok, they duck their head because they don't want to look at how they look. Or when they go on vacation and they see that picture how they've been looking, they're like, nah, bro, I gotta lose some motherfucking weight. Or when they hop on the scale in like 6 months, they're like, nah, bro, I got this big. I'm telling you, bro, if you step on the scale every day, look at your bank account every day, and look at the mirror every day, you become a better person in the next 3 months. Because that shit gonna hurt. You seen that weight on the scale, that's gonna hurt. You seen your bank account, it's gonna hurt. You looking at yourself in the mirror, that shit gonna hurt. There's been plenty of times, bro, I hop on the weight scale, I'm like, yo, nah, this is out of hand, bro. I gotta go on a 3-day fast. Or there's been times where I look at my bank account, I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta stop spending money on this, and that. It's reinventing yourself, man. You even look at someone like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, bro. Their beginning story, they was fucked up people. They was fucked up people. They had some skeletons in the closet, but they was able to reinvent themselves. So many people that are successful or famous, they reinvented themselves. Even look at someone like Lala Batiste, bro. I'm pretty sure she probably still has her OnlyFans, but she was like going the Ruby Rose way and being a hoe and shaking ass, and now she's like a feminine, pretty girl wearing pink and putting her hair in ponytails. She reinvented herself. Look at someone like Mulatto. You remember, Lotto? Lotto was Mulatto, and she was going through this little racial ambiguous stuff, and she reinvented herself and became Lotto. It's about stepping back, realizing that this shit is not it. This shit not serving me no more. This shit's keeping me in the same position I'm at. It's time to reinvent, change, and motherfucking improve. So that's the video, man. That's the video on reinventing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Ordering your life, making pivots, making changes, so you get the life that you motherfucking want, man. We do one last order form before I end the video. Live on out, man.